Hey up, I'm Fu and welcome back to another episode of RimWorld. Let's get started, shall we? Oh, that was interesting. 60.0... Wait, let me get this right. A 0.61% chance of recruiting Julie. That's not very high. We really need to be working on her, and I suspect time is all we can give Julie at the moment. Let's take a look. Alcohol withdrawal? Yep. It's one of the biggest dampeners with her at the moment, but this shouldn't take too long. Let's see, alcohol withdrawal is at 32%, and it will slowly increase until she gets over it. Not the nicest way of dealing with a withdrawal, but it's what we're going to do with Julie, because we can't really easily give her alcohol. Now, on to a few little tips and tricks that Cathra has suggested. So Catherine pointed out rightly that each sun lamp is 1600 watts, and a solar panel is 0 watts of power. Okay, I don't think this is a good time to really show the example, but maybe if we take a look at information, no. Okay, rule of thumb is that roughly 2 solar panels equals enough power to for a sun lamp. We have 4 sun lamps, therefore we need 8 solar panels. We have 4 up the top, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and we've got 3 extra spare. So that should be sufficient enough power for these sun lamps. Not sure about the heaters combined with the sun lamps, but we'll just have to keep track of it. But I think we've just got too many things which are wasting power. So we need to work on that. We either need to work on it, or we need to make more power, more solar panels. Which, to be honest, I think would be the easiest way to deal with this problem. No, we'll leave it just for the moment, because I just want to queue up a few jobs before we start working out how we're going to deal with the solar panel and our power issue. So one of the things I want to do is actually just reinforce this wall here, because you know they've been enjoying breaking through this area a few times. So I think it is certainly my job to reinforce it with granite blocks. That's interesting, granite blocks. We don't have much sandstone around. And I suspect it's because, yeah, we don't have any blocks, which probably indicates the reason why no one's at the stonecutter's table doing anything much. Okay, well that's a bit of a pain. Well, it's the easy thing, of course, it's just to queue up a few jobs. The thing is, I want to expand this area, but we just have a really high chance of bugs. Which, you know, my love of bugs in RimWorld, don't you? I hate them. Okay, whatever. We're going to mine it out. We're going to just deal with whatever comes, which could be potentially unpleasant. And I wonder, because I also realise there's a bunch of steel here, which I'd love to get my hands on. So maybe I'll flag it, and then actually just mark a few areas around it, just so they don't go mining it. My hope is that we can actually get to the steel, and then do a proper wall off. Maybe go fall around like this, so I have a big area to work with. Yeah, I like that idea. And there we go. It does give us the sandstone that we need. Hopefully someone gets around to it, but obviously that would take some time. Okay, well with that, I think we are going to take a look at the power issue, because we can't get the jobs queued Actually, what am I saying? We can still queue the jobs. There's no sense in waiting. It just means it will take a bit of time until someone gets around to actually patching it up. But that's not a problem for me. Okay, so what's the time of the night? It is the 0th hour and we've run out of power. That is a little fast. Yeah, I still do get the impression that maybe 2 solar panels might not be enough. But even with the amount of, we've got the turbines and the 2 geothermals, it's not turning out. So the other suggestion, which Catherine did suggest, when I was saying might, I was just thinking about the steel traps. One of the other suggestions was just make sure the power has a full loop around. So it's not like a single cable, and the point being was that supposedly it distributes the power more evenly than this design does. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to grab the power cable and actually just pull it right down to probably this point and then across. Well, it's not much of a loop, is it? I'm hoping that's still enough of a loop. I suspect, let's see, probably hooking these solar generators up and across should definitely help with the power flow. Supposedly, I'm not too sure about it. I don't remain too convinced that putting it into a loop will equalise or average the power consumption out or make it more efficient. But no, I've done it, and it's not really that much of an issue. It just helps with, it'll help us with a bit of redundancy as well. No point to say no. Okay. Oh, speak of the devil. Well, I'm about to speak of the devil. Manhunter pack. Manhunter pack of boom rats. Ooh, I love boom rats. They're such a friendly animal. Okay, so they've entered the area. They roam around hunting for human flesh. Fair enough. They can't pass doors. So pretty much we're going to wall ourselves in and hope for the best. Which should be fine. So that's 31 boom rats. Yikes, that's a few. Okay, well, obviously restrictions have to go up first thing. So that's area 1. Don't suspect we've added any new areas. Actually, I lie. We have added this area here. But I will just remind people just to come back inside right away. And obviously build a wall across just to protect ourselves. For the great thing about the wall, we can build it out of the most cheapest of materials, and the boom rats, not boomalopes. I don't think there are boomalopes in this game. And they won't come through this area, and we will be safe. Yep, because we've got no other entrances, so yeah, that's fine. Awesome. So we'll grab someone to work on that ASAP. Someone who obviously can actually do the job and isn't addled at the moment, because Bat is still, what are you? Just wandering around. Psychoid. Okay, fair enough. How about Orange? Can we get you to do a bit of work? No. We don't have many constructors, do we? That might be something I need to turn on a little higher, just because no one's available to get this work done. And the wooden area is also outside our home zone. That'd be right. Probably just outside the zone as well. So area 1, oh look at that, 1 block outside. Well, at least I've added it now. And while I'm here, I might as well add our new area. I don't know what we're going to use it for. It's more just so we can grab the sandstone than anything else. So there we go, that should be fine. Okay, we'll go back up to here and see if Orange is interested once more in building this wall for us. Yeah, you're not consigned to constructing. What did I look at then? Maybe I looked at art and crafting. Whoops. No. Oh, I clicked on Orange. Whoops, I meant to click on Sparkles. Derpy derp. Get on and get some work done. Hopefully you'll get over there in enough time. You won't make it in time. Who else can we grab? Wow. Those boom rats move fast. Okay, so we are looking for construction again. Who's close to the wood? That would be Steven. Steven can't work on this because you're not enabled. I will put you on a 1 for cooking because that's what we need you to do. You've got a skill of 1 when it comes to construction. You can move fast, so maybe we'll put you onto a 4. Get you to haul the materials over once I unreserve Sparkles and actually bring them inside the base. Yep. And so get you to work on the wall. You'll grab it, you bring it across really fast, and then I'll just stop you from building it, mainly because you're going to take forever. Oh, that's a few boom rats. And Sparkles, can we get you over here to build the edge one? We can. Excellent. Job done. I am still a little concerned by these boom lopes. Not boom lopes. Boom rats. One of these days, food. I won't be talking to myself thinking, oh, what am I doing with myself? Let's try this again. I'm going to build up another layer just because I want to feel a little bit more protected than I currently am. Oh no, they've ignored us. Never mind. I'm going to cancel these jobs after all. It's not so important anymore. But where are you guys running to then? Because you're still maddened, so you obviously got a location that you prefer to stand. The thing is, everyone is inside the base and we don't have any rear entrances, right? Right. No, I don't spot any rear entrances, so you guys are just going to wander down the bottom? Fair enough. Gosh, that's quite a few. Really glad that they didn't make it in the base. Could have been disastrous for us. Yep, and there we go. That's all the sandstone removed from this area. You know what? I think I might end up... Yeah, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to mark a wall just around the edge here. So I'll build it out of sandstone because we know it's a strong material. Not that we have much of it right now, because we always use it for something. We are a sandstone colony. A sandstone tribal colony. Gosh, those guys are loud. Let's zoom out just a little bit. Ooh, hello, I'm just removing these walls. So the idea is that once these guys have left, we'll actually build this wall around the place, and then we'll end up mining the rest of this area out, which should help us out quite well. Now I am concerned that our solar, our cooler and our heater aren't going to keep up for this area. So it is 16 inside. Okay, so it is still keeping up with the standard temperature. Well, that's good to know. Oh. And bats overdosing, and we got a mad animal. Well, the great thing about it is the mad animal's outside, so it won't be able to get us. Hopefully it will fall asleep and we won't have to worry about it. Oh, that's what I'd like at least. Yikes. Okay, well, let's ignore the boom rats. There we go, got it right this time. For the moment, just to check on just generally how things are going within our colony. So our moisture pump is still got a few days before it even expands its radius, which means more constant power is really required. Okay, maybe we'll just put a few more solar panels down and shift them around actually. So when it comes to these turbines, can we fit in another one across anywhere? By the looks of things, no, not very easily. Can't really fit them in anywhere. I think we've run out of space. Okay, so no more wind turbines, which is a bit of a shame, because these guys are providing a reasonably steady amount of power. Okay, well, I guess solar panels it is. So currently, let's see if we can just keep an eye on them, because I can't recall what's the maximum power output this one actually provides us. It would have been nice if that information's listed there. You kind of expect it would be, given that it's an actual bit of furniture, but okay. So they are definitely providing, well, as Catherine pointed out, 2 solar panels should in theory be enough to support the sun lamps. One provides enough power sort of nearly throughout the day, and obviously a second one which should be charging the batteries. You know, that's interesting. Those batteries are actually charging up, and it is morning. We made it through the night. I don't know, I'm getting myself confused. There's obviously something we're doing that's using more power, but it can never harm us to have a few more solar panels around. So what I'm ending up going to do is just seeing where we can place these guys. Looks like we're going to place a solar panel here. We're going to leave that as a gap and obviously remove this solar panel because it's in the way and people have to walk over it, which I don't really like. Find visibly pleasing. There we go. Spit the word out. And then we'll leave just another set of gaps. We're just going to sort of build them all around the place. Yeah, because we know, oh, actually not here, because it should give us enough of a walkway around that people can still access what they need to without wandering in the wrong locations. And now this should, I really stress the should, be supplying us with enough power. If it's not, I'm then not sure what to do. Cool thing is we do actually have the components and we do have the steel, so it's just a matter of time for people to get these up and running. You know what, how about we actually build some of our batteries? Now we'll only be able to build, let's see, I'm not sure if you guys have grabbed the components. You haven't. Okay, wait. I'm going to do one thing. I'm going to cancel one of these. No, I'm not. I'm going to let you guys do it. Okay, so we've got 7 components left. That's not many components. So I think I will actually flag a few jobs to be mined right out in the wilderness to be on the base. Where else? I think there's a few other bits of components around the place. I just got to spot them. Hello. So to mark those, I suspect that will be fine. Yeah, we've still got a few other jobs marked on the map. So all good. So when we unrestrict everyone and release them outside, once these boom rats, darn it, have left, we should be good. But no, what I want to do now is, what was I doing? Nope. Oh, yes, that's right. Cassandra, you've reminded me. Not in the way that I would have liked. What Cassandra reminded me was I was trying to work with the batteries. I was thinking about, hey, let's have another set of batteries, a battery set which is offline so we don't run out of power. Oh, Cassandra. So we're going to have to wake up just a few people just so they go and put out this fire. There we are. Nothing should burn down, hopefully. And good. Bit of repairing to do, a bit more sleep for I think some of our colonists need, but all's good. So I was planning to build another set of batteries that were going to be offline. Where is it? Up here, because we did have it planned out. So let's see, we've got 4 components, so we are going to build 2 batteries. Oh, that's not many batteries. That's kind of disappointing actually. Okay, grab the components, grab the steel, and that's all we can do then. Well, given that event's over and most of our colonists are still sleeping, well, maybe not most anymore, I do want to do a bit of a jump, you know, just to make sure things are progressing along. So I'll see you guys in just a second. Okay, here we are. It's a bit later on in the day, and a lot of our colonists are actually starting to get a little idle, which I'm not too happy about, though I can't do much about it either. So I think this is going to be the time where we're actually going to change how we were planning to mine this area out now. So we'll just mark all this to be cancelled, and then mark it out very carefully. So I just want to mine out the inner space. So something along this line. So it still leaves us with a wall. That will keep us safe from these guys. Which I'm assuming are still in a manhunter state, yep. Which just gives us a little bit of extra work for our colonists to do. Now, I know this is risky when it comes to bug hives, and I think we're starting to get to the limit of how far we can build until a roof collapses. I suspect that if we build this outside wall, we may have to worry ourselves. No, we'll just have to see what happens. Hopefully none of our colonists die or get too badly injured. Fumbling with words today. That's not a very good start. That's not very good of me, is it? Oh, I hope you guys don't mind. Something I need to work on, something I need to practice. And obviously, talking over videos is one excellent way to practice it. It's quite peaceful when you zoom out, just listening to the wind rustle by, and watching your colonist and the autosave do things. Okay, let's get back to taking a look at the power. So we are now in the negatives in terms of our consumption. We're not providing enough power. But we've made it up to, what, about half batteries? So we'll have to see if in the morning this will keep us going. I hope that it does. And I should also hope that I, patch up some power cables which are missing. Thanks to the zit. There we go. Oh, that's interesting. We actually don't have a loop around there? We're missing one up here. I'm expecting that was probably from a zit as well. Oh, well, that makes a few loops, doesn't it? Got a loop around here and a loop. Well, that's not much of a loop. Anyhow, I'll let that happen. I'll let someone get around to it, and I'll keep an eye on the amount of power that we have in storage. See how it goes in the morning. The great thing is the boomlights have actually left, and they probably did that while I was yabbering on a little earlier. So it's actually safe to release people. And the second thing I'd realised as well was when it comes to the area and home zone. Area 1. This area is not actually included, so they were never going to mine it out. So that was a little bit careless of me. But I have added it now, and they will get around to it. But obviously, since I will have unrestricted everyone in just a second, they're probably going to get other work done. So let's change restrictions back to unrestricted. There we go. Get around to doing other tasks outside the basin. Oh yes, can't forget to remove the wall. Like so. So that should get done straight away. There you go. Thanks, Sparkles. I had to check who it was. I thought it was Orange for a second. I don't know why I'm getting Orange and Sparkles confused. They're not the same, that's for sure. Now, I realise there's something else that has been bugging me a little bit is just the amount of cycled leaves we're having around. Right, they're cycled leaves. Never mind. Huh. For some reason I was thinking they're hops and they were producing too much hops. And I think... I know, we are still producing a lot of hops. Doesn't save us as much room as the cycled plants. We really need to be doing something with these plants. Right. What can we do with the cycloid plant? We can do nothing. Oh, there we are. That's what we can do with cycloid plants. Oh, well, that's somewhat of a pain, isn't it? We have to be able to do something with it. So there's no other recipes that I'm aware of. Don't think I can spot anything which will use cycloid plants. I believe I do just have to get the research done, which is the cycloid refining. How many units of work does that require in comparison to the hospital beds? That's what we're working on. 4,000 out of 6,000 versus... Oh, this would be a lot faster to get done. Hopefully that didn't just remove all the research done on this. No, it hasn't. Cool. So we'll actually get around to doing the cycled refining, which means we'll actually start using some of these cycled plants. That should provide us with a little bit of cash, shouldn't it? I certainly hope so. Okay, now we've got a raid to deal with. Cassandra's throwing thing after thing at us. Oh, that's always a bit of fun. That's always a bit fun to deal with. So, who is it and what is it? Who is it and what is it? Well, they're people, for one, and they're pirates from the Sledgehammer's Lobsters, attacking straight away. Oh, you didn't give us much time to prepare, have you? That's really not many people. We're going to be fine. Cool thing is they're not going to break through a wall. So, first things first is just to restrict everyone to within area number 1. Make sure people stay relatively close if they're outside the base. Then select everyone. Apart from Toxo. Whoops. Apart from Toxo. Just thank you. And get them on the front line. I'll have to check everyone's equipment once again because, you know, people go into a bit of a bad mood, drop their item, and then they're left a little bit helpless when I put them on the front line. And I suspect that Toxo should still be fine sitting there. Yeah, so there we go. Everyone start moving. Oh, we need to flip the power on. So I think I might just grab food to do this straight away. Yeah, awesome. So, do everyone have weapons? Hopefully they do. Toxo, that's fine. Oh, wow, look at that. No one's dropped their weapon this time around. We got pretty lucky. But it is time to order everyone, make sure that they're safe, and we'll get the job done. So I think I don't need to explain how I order things. Done that many times before. You know, meleeers on the outside edge, our ranged people on the inner edge, people that want to keep safe on the behind full cover. And what's up with this steel turret? I thought we got it to reconnect. How bizarre. I should check the power cable. It's an interesting choice that you've... Oh. Ah. Right. That's why you're not connecting to this closer cable. That's probably a zit or someone's broken it. Well, it's a bit late to fix it now, but we can leave that turret on the always on network. No problems there. Okay, well, that's set up. All those are set up, so I think we're good to go. And the first person is already here. Yeah, they're not going to last very long. Hopefully our turret's getting engaged, and... Oh, it didn't take him long at all. Now high and go juice, and they still fell for the trap. How about that for quick love? Okay, come on guys, you can get in. I don't want to spend forever waiting for you guys to have a bit of a fight. Interesting enough, these guys do know how to dodge some of the traps. Actually, quite a few of the traps. So a few more than expected. And there we are, the pirates are filleting. That was exceptionally easy. Oh, the easy thing is, unrestrict everyone, and hey, we've got another person. Ronnie the Surgeon. I'm expecting very high doctoring skills. Medicine of 11. Yeah, that's not bad. Socialing, you've got a strong passion. You're a Glitterworld Surgeon. Don't suspect that means that we can get Glitterworld medicine off of you. No wonder. What do you have in terms of equipment? Gear. Nope, you don't have anything in your inventory. You probably had the weapon which you've dropped, which, yep, that's acceptable. I guess we could just patch you up and send you on your way, or we could actually capture you. I will just set these bags back to prisoner, because that's what these rooms were intended for. Huh. You know what, we might as well capture. You're here. And if you're impossible, I think we'll just release you, patch you up, send you on your way. Well, there we go. Way too simple, those raids. It's going to be interesting if we push it into the later game, just how bad these raids could get. You know, tribal raids are always going to be the worst for us because we don't have very many turrets or very many ways of slowing people down. Oh, hello. An engineer named William Gregory Heap called you from nearby. He's being chased by tribespeople at Central Lark Stock Bigs of Safety Office during your colony, but luckily he is 46 years old. Be warned, if you accept, you have to fight off tribespeople off his tail. Okay. I read that message fast because we've read it many times before. Hell, why not? A free person? Can't complain. We've lost a few people recently. I suspect we still have enough beds for him. So, let's see, it was tribespeople, wasn't it? Yes, tribespeople. Offer safety. This should be fun. Gregory Heap, I think we had you in episode 1 of RimWorld. Sorry, series 1 of RimWorld. You are a great crafter, poor and artistic. You could actually be our next researcher, I suspect. Researcher and crafter. No, just researcher. Researcher and constructor. Yeah, researcher, constructor, and socialist. Socialite. Yes. Yep, I like that idea. So I'm actually going to recruit you now and just tell you where to go. So we get you over here, and obviously we'll get some people to fix up these traps. Already hauling steel deadfall trap. That's interesting. I think they need to fix up the text there because that's meant to be rearming trap. Oh, that's fine. And I get to rearming it. Cool. So just checking people are still restricted to area 1. Whoops, get that right. Keep them safe, fix your bedtime, and looks like we're good. So, Gregory, you aren't very good at shooting, are you? Or melee? I think we'll still give you a weapon, just for the sake of it, but it's going to be a melee weapon. So I don't intend for you to be shooting, because you end up just shooting one of our colonists in the back, which I'd rather avoid. Oh, bit of lag, and the tribespeople are here. Okay, that's quite a few, and I do wish I could double-click and count how many were here, but there's 1, 2, 3, there's more than 10. Enough said. Ooh, this is going to be fun. I'm going to enjoy this. So, yep, the raid, they're coming immediately, so it is time to grab everyone except Greg and Toxo. Or is it Greg? Gregory. Recruit, get them in line, and just set up our defences again. This is going to be fun. Now, hopefully Cassandra doesn't throw us a curveball with, say, a solar flare, because that would pretty much kill us right now. Don't think our colonists would be able to survive very easily. Probably end up just sort of having to hide behind everything. Okay, well, let's get this sorted, shall we? So melees on the outside, pulse rifles along the edge, because those people normally have a relatively good aim. I'll put that in quotes. Not all of them do. I don't think Fu has a very good aim, do you? I lie, you probably do have a good aim. You do have a good aim. I should know that because I did actually check that last episode. That's one of the reasons why I say scum. Excuse that cough there, I don't know what came over me. Okay, let's get everyone back and ordered. Who's meant to be going where? I think someone else is coming. That's... Who's standing over there? I don't know who it is. Greg, can we get you over here? Julie, I don't think Ronnie's been patched up either, so Ronnie now has a chance of dying. Oh, you were partly patched up, so that's something. You won't bleed by the end of the day. And I suspect, it's Trader. Trader was the one that was making it hard for Squid to stand in the right place. And there we go. Oops, Sparkles, we'll put you out by 1. Yep. And you guys should be able to start firing in just a second. Anyone else that we need to grab? Or is that all our range people? Yeah, that was all our range people. Oh, that's not good, is it? Yeah, let's slow it down. Start firing away, shall we? God, Sparkle, you have a horrible call up time? Warm up time. Just gonna call up. Warm up. Well, hopefully all the fighting and all our shooting really helps. Come on, I'd love it if you guys stopped bashing the turrets. I want to keep these up, because we don't get all the materials back. Yep, keep on shooting. Some of the traps, hitting a few more of the traps would be nice. Minigun firing away. Excellent. That's what I want to see. And the tribespeople are fleeing. Now that is a bit of a shame. I think we've lost... What's that? Only 1 turret? Can't tell if there's another turret. Oh, yep. We've only lost 1 turret. You know, that's not too bad. I was expecting worse from it. There we go. Pretty much we got a free person with no injuries and no major concerns. So, interestingly enough, since you guys all have bad moods, you've decided to smoke the smoked leaf. I suspect because we're always running out of it. Okay, well, let's speed things back up, and we'll actually have to turn the job back on over here for the limestone crematorium, which is already enabled, so what am I talking about? Interesting. I'm just a little bit puzzled, because the job's on, but a lot of these bodies have still been here for quite a while. That's probably because we've been restricted for so long. Okay. Cool thing is we can unrestrict everyone, and we should be good again. Now, let's actually take a closer look at Ronnie. Well, actually, can I claim everything? I'd like to do that first. This should be a claim tool, right? Here's a claim. Claim. There we are. That'll make my life a little easier. Okay, it says there's nothing to claim. Must designate tameable animals. Oh, that's tame. Sorry, not claim. Whoops. Never mind. I don't think you can even claim the items on the ground. Oh, this is painful. Go on, and suspect short bow here, short bow there. Here a weapon, there a weapon, there's a ranged weapon. So many weapons. Oh, and we got another person which I might want to grab. So, how good are you? You're a night owl, means someone's always doing something during the night. You're generally okay. I think we're gonna just pick you up and send you on your way. I think I prefer that idea a lot more. So we'll just grab a doctor to do it, just so they're ready to do whatever they need to do to patch them up. So let's not consume corpses, but just capture. I think there's only one person there. Yep. And also flick the power off, which is another job for someone else, like Fu. You get to flick the power off. That should save us through the night. Looks like we've got enough power in the batteries anyhow. I think adding those 3 or 4 extra solar panels really did the trick. And how about these batteries? These batteries won't be hooked up because we never put a cable between the 2 points. Okay, that's acceptable. That's understandable. There we are. That should do the job. Not that we really need those batteries right now. Oh, and a severe illness. Who's this? Weasel. Probably because you need to be patched up. Yep. Extreme blood loss. We might still make it with you. Never mind. Darn it. That's going to be some really bad moodlets, right? Let's see. A witness outsider's death. Yes, innocent prisoner died. Yeah, that's a bit of a pain. If I'd realised they were going to die so soon, I wouldn't have done it. Well, I guess you'll learn from those mistakes. Now, I was going to do something, but since I can't remember what I was going to do, I'm going to jump to the future. Future calling in. Seems like Ronnie may be let go after all. 99% difficulty. That's not going to happen. Julie's already going to be difficult enough. But a prison break, interesting. Ronnie, well, we were about to release you as well, so it's a bit of a bad timing. And I suspect if we do hit you, nope. Actually, you'll be fine if you take a few hits anyhow. Okay, well, maybe I'll just grab a few people. Maybe you guys. That's probably all we need to do to deal with Ronnie. Oop. Whoops, I'm going to put you guys back and get you to attack Ronnie. There we go. Start flying away and start hitting him. Oh, actually, Stephen and Fu, I'd rather you not shoot. That could be really disastrous for Ed, who I'm assuming was shot in the back. Yeah, that'd be right, wouldn't it? No, you guys go on, continue hitting Ronnie. It's their fault for trying to escape right now. We're about to release them. And there we go. They are down. And are they dead? No. Well, I guess Ed will pick them up, and we'll obviously have to patch everyone up. It's interesting. The doors is just decided to open. I'm not too happy about that. Maybe we can kind of fix this up by an auto door, maybe in the center over here, and some wooden walls, just because we don't have much sandstone. Yeah, because that's all granite. Hell, why not? Granite. This is really going to be a little gaudy, but we'll work with it. Actually, we can't build the auto doors because we don't have any components. Let's just cancel that for the time being. Because I want to add a few more auto doors to the colony right down this part here. So just here, and here. Just because this is so frequently used, it's just taking forever for our colonists to get in and out. So this auto door here does help when we have power. Alright, solar flare, never mind. When we have power. Just because it's so frequently used. And yeah, I think, what's that, 1, 2, 3, that's going to be a lot to, a lot of doors to auto door. Maybe we can improve this design. If we put a wall along this edge here and turn this into one long corridor, and maybe even a wall here, and then open the area up, so we shift the cooler and we shift the heater in. Yeah, I like that idea a lot more, because it definitely works with the space a lot better. That said, I don't know if we will have enough room in our freezer anymore if we do that, because we're not cooking fast enough, it seems, anymore. No, it's not. I think we are. We're not also keeping up with the meals. Oh, wow. Noticing that, I'll have to just flick things back up to the top. So, cooking. We've got Squid over here, so he seems to be doing it pretty frequently. So I'm going to turn you onto a 1. You're at a 10, so that's really good to see. And Toxo will put you up to a 1. Yeah, because your other job is growing. No. You are a main grower, so we need to keep it like that. Toxo the Gatherer. You haven't built a toxic garden yet, which is a good thing. I don't want our colonists to go dying unless... I suspect maybe the next person we're going to grab for a cook is probably Crocodile over here. Crocodile was more just a hauler and cleaner, but Fu can already cover that job by themselves. So, welcome to the cooking club, Crocodile. You'll be our next cook, slash butcher, slash everything. And hopefully that should be enough to keep up with the amount of work required. Hopefully. Yeah, so we've got the 2 tables which should really keep up with it, and I guess it's a matter of just keeping an eye on the quantities of materials that we're using. Well, that was certainly an interesting episode, wasn't it? Now there are a few other things that we can do just before we pack up, and that's actually just to queue up some of these sarcophagi, because we do want to transfer the bodies probably in the next episode. So let's do this. I think we're going something like this and this. Yeah, that works out fine. Awesome. I think it's more marble than we have around, but I'd rather have it queued while we can. While we queue some of the jobs. Oops, darn it. Of course I'd double click. There we go. Looks like we're good. Before the game does too many other things that I have to start worrying about or panicking about or selecting to be hauled in, I'm going to pause it here. Actually, I'm going to let it play. And we're going to do the outro sequence. So, I hope you've enjoyed the series so far, and I hope you've enjoyed this episode especially. Now we are nearly up to episode 50. I believe this is 49. I am ballparking because I don't have the number up in which episode this is, so excuse me if I'm wrong. And so if you have anything to say, feel free to leave it in the comments below. But as I've said in the past, and will say in the future, I'll see you around sometime.